This is a video on how to solve problems algebraically. The first question we're going to look at is when a number is taken from 13, the result is 15. What is the number? Well, we're trying to find the number, so we'll let n equal the number. So we don't know what it is, so we'll let it equal a variable. Now let's interpret our question. When a number, so when n is taken from 13, so that means 13 take n, the number is taken from 13, the result is 15. Now my goal when solving equations is to get the variable on its own. So this 13 I want to get rid of on this side, it's positive, so I take 13 from both sides. So what I now have is negative n, because 13 take 13 is 0, equals 15 take 13 is 2. Now the problem here is that I have negative n, but I want positive n. So if I multiply both sides by negative 1, I now make n positive, because negative n times negative 1, two negatives make a positive. So that's n equals 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. So therefore, number is negative 2. And you can check it. Okay, checking it in the original equation, which was 13 take n, so that's going to be 13 take negative 2. Two negatives become a positive, so 13 plus 2 is 15, which is what I wanted, so that's correct. Now my next one, the sum of 3 consecutive integers. Now, what you need to think of is, what an integer is a whole number. So if I had my first number being 3, then the next consecutive integer, meaning one after the other, means it would be 4. Okay, the next consecutive integer would be 5. What you're doing to get the next number is adding 1. So let's define the variables. So let first number be n. If my first number is n, my second number is going to be n plus 1. My third number, I have to add 1 again, so it's going to be n plus 2. So it says the sum of the numbers. So that means n plus 1 plus n plus 2, and the answer is 57. So let's collect like terms. N plus n is 2n, plus another n is 3n. 1 plus 2 is 3. So I have 3n plus 3 equals 57. Now I need to get that n on its own, so let's start by getting rid of the positive 3. So take 3 from both sides. Reason why you start at the 3 is this is a group, we can't break it up until the end. So 3n equals 57, take 3 is 54. Now n is being multiplied by 3, so we divide by 3. We do the opposite. So that means n is 54 divided by 3 is, well, 3 into 5 is 1. Carry the 2, 3 into 24 is 18. So therefore numbers are, well, 18 was my first number, so then my next number is n plus 1, so 18 plus 1 is 19. Next one, 19 plus 1 is 20. And if you add those three numbers together, you get 57. Moving on, 180 centimetre of chain is cut up into 3 pieces. The second piece is twice as long as the second piece is twice as long as the first, and the third piece is 3 times as long as the second. How long is the shortest piece? So if I draw this piece of chain that I cut into 3 bits, okay, I want to try and find the shortest piece, so I'm going to let that be x. So that's my shortest piece here. I move along and it says the second piece is twice as long as the first. Well, my first piece is x, so my second piece must be 2 times x, or 2x. Then it says my third piece is 3 times as long as my second. Well, my second is 2x, so 3 times as long as that is 3 times 2x is 6x. Now the other piece of information is that it's 180 centimetres of chain. So that means these 3 pieces added together have to equal 180 centimetres. So x plus 2x plus 6x has to equal 180. 1x plus 2x is 3x, 3x plus 6x is 9x. So 9x has to equal 180. Now to get x on its own, x is being multiplied by 9, so do the opposite. We divide by 9. From there, x is equal 180 divided by 9 is 20. Question only asks for the length of the shortest piece, so therefore shortest piece is 20. Now we're dealing in centimetres, so centimetres long. Okay, let's move on to one more question. A salesman earns 30% commission on his total sales. If he wishes to earn $30,000 in commission in a year, what is the total amount of sales that he must make? Well, what it's saying is he earns 30% commission on his total sales. So that means 30% of sales equals his commission. Okay, and I'm going to let sales equal S because I don't know what it is. So if I rewrite that in mathematical terms, I've got 30% of means multiply, sales is S, and commission it told me was 30,000. Now 30% as a decimal is 30 divided by 100, which is 0.3. So now I have 0.3 S equals 30,000. I need to find S, so I need to get rid of that 0.3. It's being multiplied, so I divide. So I divide both sides by 0.3. Okay, so now I have sales equals, now 30,000 divided by 0.3. Use your calculator. Okay, so plugging 30,000 divided by 0.3 in your calculator, you get 100,000. So therefore, he needs sales totaling $100,000, or he needs $100,000 worth of sales. Either answer is fine. Okay, that's the end of a demonstration on problem solving.